Alright guys, so let's begin. Now let me just share my screen with you that you can all see it. Okay, so students, I hope you can see my screen. So can anybody unmute their microphone and tell me, give me a little bit confirmation that they can see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wonderful.
The screen is visible.
Wonderful, wonderful, that's great. Okay, so now guys, let's start with this ICAT English Linguistic contest, right? So at the moment, initially, I will be covering grade 6, 7, 8. Let's be a little bit specific, grade 8 and grade 7 and 8. And then in the next round, so we have actually designed 2 sessions for you. One is going to take place today, right now, as you are right now in real time. And another one will be conducted by our honorable teacher, Miss Bushra Mustafiz. She is teaching grade 7 and grade 6 English, and she will be conducting another session for you for tomorrow as well. So don't you worry. Let's say if you still think that there are a couple of things that you still want to ask, maybe after this presentation, then you can definitely avail this opportunity for tomorrow as well. And a part of that, we are always there to, let's say, help you and serve you, and you can text us directly. You have our phone numbers as well from the WhatsApp group as well. Okay, so let's begin. Now guys, to be really frank and honest with you, I believe that this is a really amazing competition, not because just for the sake that is another competition, just like you have been participating back at school in different competitions, but this actually gives you an opportunity to brush up your skills, speaking about English grammar, particularly, and your comprehension skills, reading skills, and let's say I personally have noticed this thing in the current MYE mid-year examinations that a lot of students were suffering in the comprehension and in the literature part, where they had to, let's say, go through the reading part and understand the questions, whether they are infernal questions or maybe they are questions which require your critical thinking or critical analysis skills. Or maybe these are some kind of questions which are asking you that what is the narrative of the writer or the author? What does the author mean if the author is saying a sentence? For example, let's say if the author is saying a sentence that a boy was driving fast on the road, but all of a sudden he stopped in the middle. So now this is a very simple sentence. Everybody can understand that, okay, if there is a guy who was driving really fast on the road and all of a sudden this guy had to stop. Now, then the question might be, after, let's say, the reading part, the question can be that, so what did the author meant when the author said that? Then there will be a couple of MCQs given below that, okay, the author mean this, the author can mean that, or maybe the author was indicating to a past incident or something like that, right? So questions of certain level, they require a certain level of, let's say, creative thinking skills, or let's say your critical analysis skills, right? So this is something that we will be in fact targeting at the moment. So I can see a couple of students actually joining right now as well. So that is exactly what we are going to be covering, right? And yes, let me just be a little bit specific about it, that when it comes that it's your questioning time, so please, there will be a civilized way we'll be following, you know, by raising your hand. So that would be great, right? So without further ado, let's begin. So this is actually the main website, and we have already shared this entire data with you. And let's say due to some reasons, if anybody has not yet received this data, so I would love to, you know, share this again with you. You can contact me. You have Ms. Bushra, you have Ma'am Kulsum, you have all the teachers, all the resources to support you. Well, you know, my Microsoft Teams, it's still pinging me, and I believe that there are still a lot of students who are requesting to join. I will request that Ms. Bushra, if you see any student in the waiting lobby, then please allow them immediately while I'm, you know, giving the presentation. Okay, great. So now this is the first initial page of this particular website from the catscontest.org. And I believe that you all have went through this basic information. Now this was really important thing. Students were asking me this back at the school as well, that, sir, what are the certain topics that we will be covering, or what are the things that we have to make sure that we have in our baskets to maybe practice or to be memorized. So I particularly made my personal notes for the juveniles from grade 8, from 7 to 8. And for grade 5 to 6, Ms. Bushra will be explaining you this entire topics tomorrow in the tomorrow session, right? But hopefully, most of the students can get a really good idea from understanding the topics for the juvenile for grade 7 and 8. They're quite much reminiscent to the topics from the grade 5 and 6. However, the differentiation or maybe the different topics will be definitely covered for you. So, you know, hold on your horses. Don't worry about that. Okay. And guys, yeah, I speak a little bit faster. So if you feel that there are some words or some sentences you don't understand, I'm kind of jumping over them. So please do inform me, do unmute your microphone, ask me to speak a little bit slowly. I'll cater you for that, right? So now these are the levels, number of questions, time allowed, and maximum marks, right? So your respective class levels are given right here. And speaking about the juniors and the juveniles, so you can see over here that for the juniors from grade 5 to 6, it's going to be, number of questions are going to be 30, and 90 minutes are going to be allowed for you. 90 minutes are going to be allotted to you to answer all the 30 questions, and the maximum marks are 90. And for the juveniles from grade 7 to 8, it is exactly the same. 30 questions, 90 minutes, and 90 maximum marks. So now at the bottom of this page, if you can see over here, that there are 2 links given, okay? Number 1 is to download the past papers, okay, which have actually part of the previous exam. And this is a really good resource. It will give you, let's say, a chance to peek into the previous exams and how the examiners, let's say, designed those questions, what kind of questions you should be expecting in this particular exam, just to be prepared in advance. And then you have click here to download the sample papers, right? So I believe that if you actually go through the past papers, you really don't need to go through the sample papers. But if you go through, so I mean, it's no one's getting any harm in going through extra preparation, right? Okay, so I believe that there is one more student actually who just came right now. So let me just allow them to enter. Oh my God, guys, just please don't leave in between, because it will be difficult for me to again and again go back in the attendees session, attendees sidebar, and let you enter. Okay, so let's begin. All right, and yep, this is recorded as well. I might be post this on my YouTube channel as well, and you can get the link. I'll post that link for you people, so don't worry. And this will be available in your Teams room as well. Okay, so now let's begin. So I hope this basic information is clear to everybody. And related to this, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please raise your hands. For this entire basic information that I've given so far. Okay, we have one question. Ahmed Bilal. Yes, Ahmed Bilal.
Excuse me. Hello. I couldn't join soon, so did I miss anything?
No, Ahmed Bilal, you haven't missed anything so far. Actually, I was just giving them a basic introduction, and there were a couple of things that I was telling them, but don't you worry, this session is recorded. You will find the recordings available in your Microsoft Teams account, and might upload this on my channel as well.
All right, okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Ahmed. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so this was the basic information which is provided on the introduction page, okay? Now I have already opened the past papers homepage for you. So on this past paper homepage, this is going to take you over here. If you click on this particular link from the bottom, let's say this download the past papers, so it's going to land you on this particular web page. So after this, don't worry, you just need to scroll down. First, you're going to find science contest, papers for science contest. So we're not concerned with that. We're going to scroll down. Then you have the mathematics, and then we're not also concerned with that. Here you can find the past papers for English linguistic contest, right? So it's in a descending order from top to bottom, right? So from the very recent year in a chronological order. So the first one you will find over here is from the 2023. And let's say if you're from your respective class from grade 5, 6, 7, 8, you can find them here. So the best way to open them, this is a pretty basic thing. I will suggest you to please open the question paper first and then the answer key, okay? Now this is something really important I would like to tell you over here. Malia Bachani, beta, please wait. Let me just go through this basic explanation for now, and then I'll come back, okay? So now guys, let me go through the answer key first, because the answer key is, let's say, the main document that you will be filling up. And I believe it's really important for you to know that what is the method of filling the answer key, because a lot of students do these mistakes that they don't fill the answer sheet properly. They don't know whether they need to encircle or whether they need to tick or whether they need to fill, right? So this is a very important information. And here is actually the answer sheet. So the answer sheet is going to be a respective, it's going to be having, let's say, the following columns for all the 30 questions, right? So depending on what you think the choice that you need to mark is, and then you have to fill the box over here properly. Sorry, the circle. You have to fill the circle over here properly. You have to make sure that you are filling it properly. Now, as per the rules, you can either use a blue pen or a black pen, but a pencil is not allowed to be used in this particular case scenario. Then one more important thing is that now because this particular thing is actually usually scanned through a computer, okay, through a machine which scans your answers. Usually this is how it happens in this kind of answer sheet. So make sure you fill it properly. You fill it properly with a neat and clean way, that when the machine sensor is detecting these encircled dots in your answer sheet, so it doesn't misses anything. Okay, so I hope that is clear to you. So that's why I was telling you that please listen to the instruction for filling the answer sheet properly. All right. So and yes, cutting is not allowed, right? So now this is the past paper for the last year. Okay. And before I go to the past paper, let me go through the topics that we have to make sure that these are in our bucket list. So these are the topics. We are going to be having parts of speech, punctuation, planning and organizing, writing, context clues, analogies, direct and indirect object, confused words, inappropriate shift in the verb tenses. You have then active and passive voice. Following to that, you have author's purpose and tone. Remember the example that I just gave in the very beginning of the session about that the boy was driving on the road and all of a sudden he stopped. So what can you infer from this particular line when the author said like that? And then you have present, past, future, indefinite, progressive, and perfect tense. Okay, so these are going to be the topics that we will be targeting today. However, for grade 5 and 6, like I said, that Ms. Bushra is going to be conducting this session tomorrow for these particular topics, because to be really honest, it's not possible to cover everything for all the grades in this very small session that we have arranged for you. Okay, so now let's go through the pattern, that how the things are going to be coming and what to expect. So this was actually in fact the past paper from the last year, context 2023. Let's scroll down. So please read them properly. You have time right now. They always say that the perfect time is the present time. So please go through these rules. Okay, they're very important instructions, and for your record, that it should be the part of this presentation as well in the recorded session. Let me go through these rules for you as well. So don't start accepting the paper until instructed by the invigilators. Instructions from the examination invigilators must be carried out promptly. Carefully recheck your name, father name, school name, address, etc. at the bubble sheet or answer sheet. Okay, so you call it the bubble sheet or you call it the answer sheet. That's up to you, right? Then record all the answers on the bubble sheet only. Select best answers from the 4 given options. And okay, the students are still coming. It's like 12, 18 guys. Try to join on time. Okay, so then it says that the 4 given options, and mark only one option in each question. Use blue or black ink to fill up the circles for your answers on the bubble sheet. Use of lead pencil is not allowed. See, I already emphasized this before reading here. Use blue or black pen. Okay, so use of any helping material including cell phones, electronic devices is strictly prohibited. Make sure you're not even wearing smartwatches, right? So, and then let's say use of any helping material, electronics. Okay, every correct answer earns 3 points. There would be negative marking. 1 point would be deducted for every incorrect answer. So make sure that maybe just because you're getting startled and you're going through or rubbling through the answers, that okay, you know what, let's guess it and do it, right? So you see there's one guess and there's one educated guess. So please go with the educated guess rather than going with a random guess, right? just to get away with the test, or maybe going away with the time, right? So please take your time, critically analyze, assess. You have time. Today is 13th of January. You have time to prepare. Be relaxed and do not let the stress come here, please. Okay. Then number 8. Candidates may not leave the examination. I'm still admitting students. Okay, every correct answer. Okay, the candidates may not leave the examination room unescorted for any reason, and including using the washroom. So make sure you get your things done before. No materials or electronic devices shall be brought into the room. There are 5 categories. You know these 5 categories. Not going to go through that. Only registered students can participate in the contest. No candidate shall take out of the hall any answer books or part of the answer books, whether used or unused or other supplied material. If a participant does not understand a word or phrase on the exam paper, neither the examiner nor invigilator is permitted to answer. So you might have any problem, you might not understand anything. So let me just tell you this thing very loud and clear. No one's going to tell you anything right there in the exam, okay? So please, in the context, so please don't expect them they're going to explain you things that, oh teacher, can you please explain this? So they're not going to do that, right? Okay, so that was the basic information. Now let's go through that. Okay, so now coming back to this particular outline over here. So see, now these are the topics. These are going to be the topics which are going to be used as your questions, and these questions can come from a reading comprehension and analogies, or maybe, so there's a lot of reading practice going on over there. So for instance, check this out. Now this is for grade 7 to 8. Now first of all, we are having a reading comprehension. So it says over here that read the story, the answer, then answer the questions 1 to 7. Bugs for Dinner by Ingrid Swenny Bookhammer. All right, so this is something that you have to go through. So you have to read all these points very carefully, all these small paragraphs very carefully. After reading these paragraphs, then go through the questions. But the best way actually is that you actually go through the questions, read them, okay, see what it is actually talking about, then it will be easier for you to answer. But please know this thing, this strategy that I just told you right now, it's very subjective. It doesn't work with all the students, because every student has their own unique way while answering the reading comprehension passages, right? So find your best way, that see what works the best for you, whether you are the kind of a person who needs to read it first and then go to the questions, or you are kind of a person who wants to read the questions, maybe keep them a little bit in your short memory, and then read the passage after that, right? Then we are going to be having 7 questions from that. So for instance, check this out. In paragraph 7, and actually the numbers of the paragraphs are mentioned over here, so please do follow this thing, right? In paragraph 7, what does the author's use of the phrase picked up the pace and flashed me a playful smile indicate? So they're asking you that if the author has used this particular line in that particular paragraph, so what it actually means, right? So that's something. And then now, which word best describes how Subhatra is feeling in paragraph number 12? Confident, confused, disappointed, friendly. So there could be a number of various kind of questions which are going to be, let's say, part of this exam. Now again, we're having, now the level of difficulty might increase. Okay, read this article, then answer the questions from 8 to 14. On the Roof of the World by Benjamin Koch. Oh, then now over here there are no numbering actually given to the paragraphs, but let's say, you know what, if I was at your place, I would have put a, you know, kind of imaginary numbering over there with maybe a little light pencil and then removed for my, you know, reference. But it's totally up to you, whatever works the best for you, right? Then the questions are going to be something like that. Why did the author and his friends choose to travel with Dodjum Dorji? And then here are the options. Now there are different multiple reasons. Now how are you able to answer and understand that what author meant by actually understanding the context? So context understanding, it's really important to understand the implicit meaning, that what is actually happening behind the entire story, right? And actually, this is something that you have been doing in your examinations as well. And there was a reason that I said in the very beginning that this contest is actually very helpful for also your final year examinations as well. And the kind of a pattern that we have for the examinations back at our school, we actually train students for this particular kind of a test or competitions. So yeah, work on this and you have a good opportunity through this test. Now, for instance, check this out. Which sentences from the article best explain why Tibet is called the roof of the world? Well, now here are the following options. Now, let me just tell you that don't be a kind of a student who is actually looking for the exact answer and finding that into the text. So use or employ the strategy of skimming and scanning, right? Because this is something that is going to be, challenging or asking from you to use your critical analysis skills rather than looking for the exact answer, like as if you're copy pasting material from the reading and in the answer. So it's not gonna work like that. Okay, so do understand, use your critical analysis and take time, be relaxed. Okay, it's going to be 90 minutes. All right, so choose the correct sentence out of the four sentences given below. Now here comes the grammar part as well. Right, so you need to select the appropriate sentence. You have to make sure that they are using the right tenses, right punctuation, and the other topics. I can see a lot of students asking questions. Guys, please do wait. Write down the question somewhere. Let me just go through this entire thing and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so the root pulse means drive or push. What does the word compulsory mean? So again, testing your vocabulary. Now, which author's purpose is suggested by the following text? Okay, so what is the purpose of that following text? What do you mean by author? What this author said, right? So here are the options. Now we are at question 18. See, we're almost done with the 50%, more than the 50% of the test. Read the claim below. Nursing is highly rewarding career. Select the piece of evidence that best supports this claim. Okay, so now here are some of the claims. So you have to select the right option from that. Okay, so again, evidence-based questions. And now in this question, it says, again, there's a claim, okay? And here's a little bit tricky part. Let me read this for you. Consider this claim. Apple trees are the best fruit trees to have in your yard. Okay, that can be subjective. That can be subjective to every other person, right? So now consider how someone might argue against this. Which sentence presents a counter claim to the above claim? Go through the options. So just like I said to you before, without even reading this over here, that it can be very subjective to every person, right? So maybe I think that in Pakistani weather, mango tree could be a best investment in your garden or in your garden, right? It could be the best tree in your garden, keeping this particular geographic region of the southern Pakistani part is more complementing to the mango tree instead of the apple tree. Maybe the apple tree can work best in the northern side of Pakistan. So say this is my counter argument, and then you have to understand that what kind of answer fits the best over here. Okay, then you have certain questions related to that, and again it's asking you for the punctuation. All right, now check this out. Look at the word indifference as used in the passage. Is punctuation sending the wrong message? What does indifference mean? So go through the paragraph, understand the punctuation, whether it is using the right punctuation or not. But not only that, but it's about the difference, the different words that so actually this was a particular topic, if I'm not wrong. It was like confused words. That are the words really suiting the best, or are the words having different meaning rather than what it should be, what a appropriate word to be used over here. So please go through this document as well and look at the word productive as used in the passage. Okay, early to bed and early to rise. What does productive mean? Now read this passage, understand that what this particular word means over here, whether it is complementing the sentence itself or this is something inappropriate use over here. Okay, so which word synonym of the bestow? So you can understand which word is an antonym of gaudy. And then you have antonyms as well. So complete the analogy. chef is to knife as farmer is to. So actually, you know what? Let me just give you a pro tip. Not a pro tip, but I should rather say a pro information. So inshallah, in the future, you might be applying for different, let's say, university exams, or maybe in your Cambridge examinations, O levels and A levels. Now, this is something really advanced, I'm telling you, but I believe that you are modern and advanced students, so you should be having this information. That inshallah, in the future, whenever you will be appearing in any kind of competitive exam or a test, so you will definitely come through analogy questions over there as well. So it's not that you are school students at the moment and these analogy questions are going to be part of your curriculum at the moment or any competition, but no, trust me, they do come in the competitive exams as well. Now, whether be it exam of a university or a job exam, or there are multiple venues for that. Then you have some other analogies over here. Now complete the text with the correct words. So the whatever the word fits appropriate over there. Now look at this thesaurus entry. Brawl, parts of speech, noun, definition, and altercation, synonym. So what is brawl? Now it's asking you, what do you think that where does it best suits in what kind of situation? Then there's another one for number 30 as well. So that was pretty much it about the past paper, right? About the past paper, right? Now let's look into the sample paper. Okay, so this is the booklet for 2022, right? So I'm not going to go through this. I believe that it actually gave you a brief idea, a very detailed, comprehensive idea, right? So actually, in fact, this is the past paper. And how did I got to this web page? Let me show you. Don't worry. Okay, let me go to the main website, right? Scroll down over here. So click here to download the sample papers, right? So for instance, if I open in a new tab, so it's going to land me on this particular website right here, sample papers. Then at the top you are having English linguistic contest. Okay, so you need to click at, depending on your level, whether you're from level 5 or 6 or 7 and 8 respectively. So again, open a new tab. I have this problem of opening everything in a new tab rather than in the same tab, so never mind. So it is actually going to land you over here. So question paper, Pakistan English Linguistic Context, juveniles grade 7 to 8. Again, the instructions are given over here. Then you are having read the poem and answer the questions from 1 to 4. So check this out. When I saw my teacher, she was, okay, well, it seems like very much easy other than our past papers, right? So these are sample papers. Go through these documents. They're all for your support and everything, right? Okay, yep, that is pretty much it. So I believe that we should come to our question answer session now. So guys, please try to keep your questions very specific, okay? We don't have much time, and yeah, so I believe let's let the games begin. Let the games begin. Okay, so now it's okay. I have something in chat. Okay, so first I'm going to go through the chat, and then I'm going to be answering, allowing you to talk as well. So please wait. Okay, so is it necessary to also take this class to solve the past papers for grade 7 and 8? I'm from grade 6 student. Okay, Maisha. Okay, so for all the grade 6 students, guys, see, the rules are going to be pretty much same for you. For the grade 6 students, the rules are going to be pretty much same for you. However, it might happen that the questions are going to be different because your topics are a little bit different. And for that, inshallah, tomorrow, Miss Bushra is going to conduct another session. She will be preparing specifically for grade 5 and grade 6. I've prepared for grade 7 and grade 8, right? So I will not give you any wrong information, okay? So, but if you are attending today's session, or to all the grade 6 students, this is going to be, let's say, important for you as well if you're attending today's session, if you're a grade 6 student, right? Because the rules are going to be same. And inshallah, aren't you going to come in grade 7 or 8 in the future? So see, you're going to be learning for that grade 7 and 8 as well. Sir, I'm from class 6th. I'm in 6th class. Falak Beharai. Okay, yeah, Falak, no problem. You can definitely attend today's session. And tomorrow's session is going to be specifically for grade 5 and grade 6 students, right? Acha. Mishka, so sorry, should we attend tomorrow's session as well? Beta, it's up to you. It's totally up to you if you want to attend tomorrow's session or not for all the grade 7 and grade 8 students. Yeah, sure. If there is something that I was not able to answer you, then why not? You can definitely come tomorrow in the tomorrow session as well. Acha. Now, let me come to the students and allow them to speak. So first chance I'm going to give to Miss Maliha Bichani because she has been raising hands since quite a lot of time. Then I'll be giving chance to Nurjis and Zanar Bob and everybody. Malia, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, I have two questions.
Sure.
I have downloaded the question paper and sample paper, but if there are 30 MCQs, do the all topics are gonna be all in the 30 MCQs?
That's a very good question. In fact, I was having the same question, right? So yes, beta, all the questions are going to be from those 30 MCQs. You have to just make sure that you are well prepared for all the topics. So you have to make sure that what is that particular topic about, and for that, I hope you can still see my screen. Please, that's a kind of a pro tip from my side. Now, for instance, these are your topics, right, for grade 7 to 8 students. So I will recommend you that go by topic, search, go through their rules, see what you need to prepare for, and so see, there's a way to search, to do research, whether you're going with the digital way of research or whether you're going through the bookish way of research, right? So there's a way to research. For instance, at the moment I'm going to suggest you something digitally. If you're going through a digital way of research, like you're using Google or Bing.com or Yahoo search, right? So try to write the search prompts properly. Like for instance, that how to plan and organize writing, rules for planning and organizing writing, and maybe then you want to find the examples as well on the internet, that how do they come in the test and examinations, right? However, it was already given over there as well. But coming back to your question, beta, yes, it's going to be comprised within these 30 MCQs. I hope that answered the question.
And I want to ask another question.
Sure, of course, why not?
I want to say that there's gonna be like options of A, B, and C, D. So are the sentences gonna be with the A, B, C, D?
So if I understood your question correctly, so you're actually this is something that you're referring to the answer sheet itself, right? So yeah, it's either gonna be A, B, C, D. Only one option. It cannot be two options.
No, I'm not asking about that. Like, if there's like A, B, and C, D options, will the sentences come with it or not?
Yeah, of course. It's going to be from A, B, C, D. That's it. It's going to be in there, within that scope. Did I understood correct, or there's something else you want to talk about?
No, there's about like if a question is asking what is Neely doing, is in the A, B, C, D it says she is walking, she's in the B it says she's walking, she's talking. It's like all in the A, B, C, D options. Will that thing come with the options?
Will that thing comes with the options, whether A, B, C, D, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's doing that. Usually it happens that maybe in number D, maybe alphabet D option says this thing, that none of the above or all of the above. So that could be something.
No, I'm asking that will the answer come with the options?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I hope I answered your questions, Miss Malia. But still, if you have any problem, or so you can text me privately on WhatsApp, and we can definitely discuss. Okay. So all right. Okay. So now, Anzal or Bob, please go with your questions, beta.
So actually, my question is that the syllabus that is provided online is different from the syllabus that in the sample papers. There are allusions in the sample paper, but it's not in our syllabus.
Well, speaking about the illusions, I don't know if you have gone through the entire sheet or not. So can you be a little bit specific about that illusion question over there? Because this is actually updated as per the last 3 years curriculum.
Sir, the mentioned questions are in the sample paper that you opened, like now. They were in that questions. At the last class, there were illusions. There was a source with that question too.
Can you be please specific about the question number? I will really appreciate that if you be specific about the question number.
Okay. Okay.
Sure. Okay. So now for now, Acha Anzal, beta, I'm keeping down your head. I'm just lowering your hand. Acha, Nerjis Zahra, would you please come up with your question if you have any? Nerjis Zahra. I hope I'm audible to you. Okay, Nerjis, I think there is some problem with your microphone, maybe. So if you have any problem with your microphone, maybe you want to write it down. Ilaf Memon, Ilaf just had a question, sir. Are we only going to have online sessions? If so, what's the schedule for that? And will we have on-site classes as well? So as of my information, Ilaf Beta, it's going to be an online session, perhaps 2 sessions, one today, another tomorrow. Okay, so I'll be catering your questions for today. And speaking about the tomorrow session, Ms. Bushra is going to be conducting the tomorrow session as she is part of today's class as well. So if there is anything that I might miss, or maybe there's something other than this, other than that you want to, other than the right now questions that you're having, you have any other information, so she can help you with that. But we're not going to be, we haven't planned any on-site class for this. I believe, really, do you guys really need an on-site class? Because it's pretty simple information. And but other than that, of course, we will be available for you at the school. Whatever you want to ask, and it's something that is still bothering you. So yeah, we will be there to answer you, no problem. Check correct me if I'm wrong. So all the answers. Okay, so there's another student, Ahmed Bilal. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So are all the answers correct? And we just have to choose the best answer. Yes, as per your understanding, what would be the right answer? Choose the right answer. Okay, we have some other students. So Nerjis, beta, did your mic work or what? I don't know if it did or not. Okay, then we are having Zahir Babar. Yes, Zahir Babar, go on.
So, will the paragraph be related to the questions, or will the questions be the thinking questions unrelated to the paragraph?
Let me guess that voice. Is this Ayan from 7W?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ayan, so the questions are going to be related to the paragraphs, the one which were given over there. There's nothing going to be out of that. However, it might be a little bit challenging for you to infer the information which is given over there. Like I said before, the students have this habit of, they are always looking for, in the comprehension questions, they're always looking for the exact answers, and that way they can, you know, copy paste the answers. So it's definitely not going to be anything like that. You need to use your critical analysis, your understanding. I hope you remember when I was discussing with you your MYE mid-year examinations result, that I was also pointing out this thing that a lot of students did mistakes in comprehension. Why did they do mistake in comprehension? Because they were like having this practice in the past that they thought that, okay, if the question is like something like, for instance, that what was the name? So maybe the question was a open-ended question, but the student thought that, okay, you know, because of their previous practices, they might thought that, acha, you know what, the answer is going to be very specific to that. So I'm just going to take that answer, copy paste it there. But on the contrary to that, the question wanted students to critically think, analyze, tell the context, tell the implicit meaning behind it, right? Not the exact answer. So, but yeah,
yes,
it's gonna be within that frame. Ayan, yep. I hope that answers the question.
And so the paper, will it be taken place during the school hours, or do we have to drive to the destination or something?
Very good question. I believe that it's going to be taken in the school hours within the campus, as per the information on their website. So yeah, but if there is any kind of update other than that, we will definitely update you people. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, who else do we have over here? Okay, Mr. Ayan, I'm putting down your hand. Okay, you did it yourself. Good. Acha, Josefa. Yeah, Josefa, go on.
Sir, what should we do if all the options are the same?
Never happened before. Hopefully not gonna happen this time. All the options are the same, then go with one of them. but it's a big error that you're talking. It's a hypothetical situation. It won't happen. Don't worry.
Sir, in the you showed the sample papers. In the sample papers, there was one MCQs in which almost they mean the same.
They almost meant the same, but were they exactly written the same? So that's the question, right? That's the difference.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, it was saying that chef is to knife and farmer is to. There was the option farmhouse, tractor, plants, and flowers. So they're all exactly the same. Sir, farmer is with all of them.
Oops, sorry. Excuse me. I had a call. Guys, to be really specific about it, Josefa, correct me if I'm wrong. You're from 7N?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I recognize the voice. Okay. Now see, no, that was I believe that chef question was an analogy question. And now see, all the options are different. Now you mean to say that, sir, they all look very similar to one another? They're kind of reminiscent to each other because they all are like part from the farm, right? But yet that was not the correct option what you were saying, right? Still, you need to understand the analogy. Maybe you need to study that particular topic, that how you need to answer that particular MCQ over there. So I would recommend you, please go through that option once again. And excuse me. Okay, yep. So yes, Miss Alaf Memon is actually assisting us. Thank you so much, Alaf. She's actually has answered your question in the chat box. So a chef uses a knife, a farmer uses a tractor. It's basically about the specific relationship. Exactly. High five, Alaf. Okay. Yes. Any other questions we are having so far? Okay. Josefa, I hope that answers the question. So I would recommend you that please go through the topic, study the topic, okay? So I'm just gonna lower the hand, okay, your hand. Okay, Malia Bachani.
Sir, I have a question.
Anzal Arbab, beta, if you have a question, so there is an option to raise the hand. Thank you. Malia Bachani.
Yes, I want to ask if the competition happens on Wednesday or any other day.
Actually, the particular date is given there. So I hope this question can be catered by your particular English teacher who's actually teaching you in grade. Malia, you're from grade 8, right?
No.
Then?
6.
Okay, all right, okay. So Malia,
and I want to ask if the competition day is gonna happen, will the school it will be school after hours or in school?
okay, I actually already answered this question, but I'm gonna again do it for you. So limited to my information, this is going to be at the campus. As Ilaf Memon also pointed out this in the chat box as well in the very beginning, it will be inshallah at the campus itself. And the hours not confirmed, I'm not informed about that, but it will be within the school hours. It will be within the school hours. Hopefully. Limited to my information, updated till right now. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Anzal Arbab. Come on board.
Sir, actually the question of allusions was in the sample paper and it's question number 19.
Question number 19.
There is a source.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a source also given.
Okay, all right. Let me go through that document and then I will inform you about it in a particular chat. If I see that there's any kind of a discrepancy over there, if there's kind of confusion, I'll definitely report and I'll respond to you about that. Okay? So, yes. Okay. But guys, is there any kind of topic, especially for the grade 7 and 8, that is kind of difficult for you? Actually, I've prepared a document for you people as well. And I'll share this document for you. So in this particular document, actually, I'm explaining what to expect in all these let's say topics which are given over here. And then there is, so this is first of all, it's explaining all the things right here. And then after that, you know, there were a couple of topics which I believe that it's going to be helpful for the students if we kind of explain them a little bit more deeply. So here's a little bit, you know, deep analysis of these topics. So I kind of, you know, gave it a really cool heading, detective mode. Okay. And then in the end, how to understand and solve them, right? So there are tips, a couple of tips and a couple of examples given. So, but let me give you a disclaimer that this is my personal research from the internet. Okay. I will provide you this document, but I need a authorization from Ms. Wholesome. And then I hope this can help you a little bit. But please, please, please do not 100% rely on this document. This is my personal research, and I'm just a facilitator, not the official examiner from the ICAT organization. All right. Yep. Oh, Josefa, you have another question. Go on.
Sir, the sheet you showed that you said you made it yourself, will you upload it on your website or your channel?
That's a good question. I might post it in our WhatsApp group or maybe here on Microsoft Teams channel for the ICAT. But for that, I will be requiring authorization from the head, Ms. Kulsum. Once she authorizes, I will post it. If she does not authorize, I will not post it. Because it's an extra piece of information. You can do that research as well.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. But let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing very let's say clearly about this entire thing is that please study for this competition, not just for seeking to win it. Okay, of course, definitely everybody wants to win. What is the overall point of participating in a competition? To win, of course. Yeah, why not? But I believe that this can help you a lot in your basic understanding of the academic part of the English language, right? The non-academic part of the English language is, for instance, me speaking with you, we speaking very in kind of a informal conversation like friends or something like that. But I believe this will help you a lot in your final year examinations. Why? Because it covers a lot of the topics which can come handy for you in your examinations. For instance, the tenses, understanding how to respond a comprehension comprehension passage, right? How to critically analyze the author's narrative. So yeah. Okay, so I believe that we should wrap up the meeting now. All right. Okay, we still have one question from Josefa. Josefa, yeah, you want to say something? Your hand is still in the air.
No, sir, you didn't lower it down.
Oh, okay. By the way, you can do it yourself as well. Wallahi, my friends, I think I need to give you a training class on Microsoft Teams as well, how to use it. Okay, all right. So, yep. Acha, so don't you worry, guys. Inshallah, ma'am, Ms. Bushra Mustafiz, she will be giving you a brief for the grade 6 and for the grade 5 as well. So for all the students from the grade 6 and 5, don't you worry, we got your back, okay? And if not in these sessions, today or tomorrow session, yet again you have opportunity to come and talk to us in grade at school on Monday, and after that as well. Why not? What's the time limit for exam? Oh, Ahmad, Wallah, it was given over there. The time limit, it was given right there. Okay, no problem. Let me show you the time limit. See, time allotted, time allowed 90 minutes, maximum marks 90, total questions 30. So I hope that is done. Consider it done. Okay? Yeah. Thanks a lot. High five. Anybody wants to say anything? Do you want to maybe tell your experience that how you have been preparing, or if you guys want to, let's say, share anything? Totally up to you. You can have the stage. No problem. Okay, so if nobody wants to talk, because everybody's shy, of course, so we're gonna wrap it up, okay? And it's going to be better so far. It's going to be better so far. Inshallah, yeah. Positive vibes. Think positive. Why not? Inshallah, it will be. Yes, Malia. I just saw your hand coming in the air. You want to say something?
When is gonna be tomorrow's class? When is gonna be tomorrow's class?
I believe same time, 12 after afternoon, 12 p.m. Hopefully, that is what I have been informed. But Miss Bushra will definitely update you in the group. Okay. So yeah, that is pretty much it. All right, guys. So let's wrap it up. It's 12:55, almost 1 hour since we have started this meeting. And let me stop the recording right now. And yeah, I'll see you around, inshallah. Okay. So have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the winters. And yeah, whatnot. All right, guys. Catch you soon. Bye-bye. Mariam Patan. Yeah, Mariam Patan, you gotta say something? You're welcome, Ms. Ahmed Bilal. Mr. Ahmed Bilal. Thank you so much. Mariam Patan, I saw your hand up in the air. Did you want to say something or that was by mistake? Allah Hafiz Qurban.
Sir, it was an accident.
It was an accident. Oh my god. I hope nobody's hurt. Okay. Maisha, bye-bye. Ahmed Bilal, bye-bye. Qurban Ali Dunyo, Khuda Hafiz. Miss Mishka, Allah Hafiz, bye-bye. Guys, you can please keep on leaving the room because I will be having a kind of meeting right now. So I will appreciate a little bit privacy over here. So thank you. Falak Bihari, thank you. Bye-bye. Shiza Wakar, Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz. Bye-bye. Miss Bushra, I would really appreciate if you can stay here for a little bit more longer. Thank you. Now let me stop the recording for you people. Stop recording.